So, for those of you, I'm just going to touch on this. So, if you are that have migrated over here from aesthetic freedom into becoming her with myself and Coach Jen, nothing has really, guys, changed. So, you guys have a really solid structure underneath you of having nutrition guides from start to finish. But the reality is some are feeling a little bit of mm, the pain, and I'm not calling you out, Shannon, okay? But I just want you guys to listen of maybe not taking the opportunity to track your nutrition, to enter it always into MyFitnessPal the way that we had requested, to really learn to stay on top of it, swapping foods out, to really go through the system. Many of you relied solely on that nutrition plan and that nutrition plan alone, and it has you in a place of now like, holy shit, now what do I do? That's not everybody, that's a few people. And so nothing has really changed. And most of you guys that I've been working with personally, um, I have shared with you guys like folders, and that ultimately, guys, again, I'm speaking to those of you that migrated over here from AF to becoming her. That was always the ultimate goal. You were to get into a place of following sample nutrition plans because you should be able to do that. That's living a lifestyle. You should be able to understand your macros. For those of you that, are from becoming her, and some of you guys have moved into following some sample nutrition guides, it's kind of funny because I'm seeing both realities right here. Some of you have come in and you were like, fuck, I don't know what to eat. You said exactly what to me, our first conversation, that Shannon said, I don't know what the fuck to eat. I'm following macros. I don't know how much protein. Blah, 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 blah. Help me out. So some of you have jumped on that whole nutrition. Give me a guide, tell me what to eat. So you can see where the importance of both of them are, because I literally sitting here on the outside, I'm seeing two spectrums and I'm like, very interesting. I have one over here that had all the tools and really leaned into it so much that they didn't take the opportunity, again, not everybody, to learn and to be able to live this lifestyle by just learning, like, holy shit, these are the things, and this is how I create a meal, and I should be saving these in MyFitnessPal and learning how to do this, and this is how I swap food, to the other spectrum of, I don't really understand what to do. I don't understand how to build a meal. So, and then there's some of you that are now coming together and you're like, aha, the light bulbs are starting to go off. So that's really where we want you guys all to be, because it's the best of both worlds. The reality is it's fucking hard when you are a busy person to have to think about and build nutrition meals. If you guys knew how to fuel your body, you wouldn't be here to begin with. So the idea is, yes, we need to share with you these nutrition guides. We need to get you moving in the right direction, build that foundation, build these new habits. But you guys have to learn to take that into that lifestyle then, so that when you get to, you know how to do these, you are able to, not necessarily, you don't ever have to fly on your own if you don't want to. You can always rely on sample nutrition plans, and building them out in MyFitnessPal is a great way to do it, because I like to have something to follow. I don't like to be fucking left out in the cold. I'm too busy to have to think about, oh, here's my macros. Let me just build a whole nutrition plan based off. That's just a lot of work. Tell me kind of what to eat, and then I'll just play with it. And that's ideally where you should be when you're living a lifestyle. Makes sense. So that's where we need to get you guys. But the foundation is so important. And that's really what I wanted to talk about today, because Nicole and I actually had a really long conversation last night. We were talking about something very similar to this. And we were talking about, like, a lot of times it's about perspective. And the conversation we were having was about kind of about her social media and, some of the things that she says and the perspective that some people can have. So, like, she talks about, if you follow her, she talks about low calorie diets. She talks about, very similar things than I do. She just has a different way of saying it. We both speak about this. Like diets don't work. Starvation doesn't work. This yo-yo dieting is bullshit for you. All of these are true. And a lot of time, and we were talking about the difference between a diet, a low calorie plan, like she calls it, I think, dog shit low calorie. I call it don't, diets. We have two different languages, but we're talking about the same thing. And there's a difference between a diet, so I'm going to use my own language, and structure. And sometimes the perception can be skewed. So somebody might hear me talk about, well, don't diet. And then they get into the program, they're like, what is this? Like and I hear this a lot. Like I feel restricted with this nutrition guide. I feel a little bit hungry. I feel like all of these words come up. And the reality is what we deliver isn't a diet. Diets take away, guys. Diets are restrictions. They're things that take things away, but it's about teaching you and giving you a guide, which Shannon, you led me into, teaches you guys how to build a foundation. So the idea is you have to learn a foundation. You have to learn what foods fuel your body, how to fuel your body. And once you learn how to fuel your body properly and you shift from food being this comfort emotional thing and like more into how it fuels your body, how it makes you feel, how it helps you perform better, how it just doesn't make you look better aesthetically, but it has you feeling better inside and out, then it shifts into a lifestyle. Now you start to learn how to pull that lifestyle in, and it's so much easier to pull the lifestyle in because you've created now a foundation of habits that look very different from the habits that you started with. And so eating the fucking donut isn't such a big deal anymore. Why? Well, because 90% of the time, you're not going to even choose to eat the donut anymore because it just doesn't feel right to you. And if it does, it's a fuck me. I will do anything for that donut right now because it really is like something that I want so bad. And it has nothing to do with emotions. It has everything to do with like, that it's just something you want. And you'll probably have a bite or two of it and move on your happy way. And you'll learn how to fit it into your macros. Like that's the shift. So the lifestyle comes in, but it becomes so much easier because you've now built this solid foundation of understanding nutrition. And a lot of times, like this is the conversation she and I were having last night. We're like, yeah, there's a misperception of the difference between structure and restriction. So, shifting it from, man, I'm so restricted here to these are foods that fuel my body, learning to create new habits and then creating and then learning to track these things, guys, in my fitness pal and really learning to understand what these foods are, how they make you feel, swapping things out. Well, maybe this feels good, putting things in, put the nutrition in. And if you eat something, I see this a lot, track it. You have 5 extra almonds, put it on top of the nutrition plan that you already have in there. Allow yourself to visually see what those 5 extra almonds did. Allow yourself to see what the donut did, what the star, like if you go out to dinner, because you're gonna learn from doing these things. We're also gonna see things, but you're also going to start to learn how these things affect you and how you feel. So leaning into the system, but that was like something that, and remembering too, like mindset is everything. We have a choice to choose on how we want to look at things. We have a choice to choose on how we want to approach things. I could stomp my feet a million times about having to get up and do, fasted cardio every morning and some core exercises and practice my posing. But my choice is to be compete. And so, and I could whine about it and say, I can't do all these things because I'm competing. And oh my God, this is so hard. Or I can just be like, this is a choice I made. And this is what I choose to do. And so these are the actions that I have to take to get the outcome that I want. Make sense? Barb, you're eating your breakfast. I'm going to have you unmute. I know you probably have 2 cents to add to this. You and your husband losing weight at the same time.
Yes, very much so. So yeah, I think, I mean, the last, what has it been, 3 weeks, 3 weeks that we've been kind of doing this stuff.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, getting up in the morning and doing the fasting cardio is like, because I have to take my thyroid medicine, gotta wait just a little bit, blah, 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 before I can eat. And I do have to remember why I'm getting up. For
Mhm.
one, you know, I want to age healthy. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
And because that bothers me working in the healthcare profession. So I got to remember, and I have to be a role model for these patients. They'll ask me, how do I do something? What's my protein? And I'm like, oh, I can't wait for that question because a lot of them, some of them don't care. They're in pain. We treat pain. And so getting up every morning, remembering what I'm doing this for, I think that's important. And the meals, you know what? Like I said last week, I don't need I need good quality food. And that's what we're doing. And it's showing. And my body is withering. Some of Barbara's already been in the sewer. It's already gone. Like what, 5-ish pounds, 6 pounds, whatever's already gone somewhere.
Yeah. I love
That's
it
pretty
too.
cool.
Yeah, one of my favorite things, I think you said it in your check-in for sure. Like, and it's so funny you say this because I've said this numerous times, like on when I've been on calls myself with, people that are new. I always tell people, you're going to save money actually. And it's so funny that you literally said it. You're like, and by the way, our grocery bill is down and my husband is down 6 pounds right along with me. And it is funny. It's true. When you start to follow a plan and you're purchasing like I don't know that it's necessarily, the foods that you're purchasing, Barb. I think it's the fact that you have a structure. So you're not like literally, buying all the extra things. And I think that, sometimes the eating out too will kind of diminish, like
Mhm.
it's not as much. And so I think like that's where the food bill goes down. But I think that was so hilarious that you said that to me. I was like, I preach that all the time. I'm like, you're actually going to wind up saving money. So
Yes.
it was great to hear you say that. I was like, see?
Now, don't think that this week was like a walk in the park because this was the period week. And so, whoa, I mean, there was some times, I mean, I had to confess it. Something on my mind, I'll put it in the chat and I'll be like, okay, I'm wanting cheese, crunchy chips and salsa. And you were like, no, you don't. And so, but yeah, so it's been, I don't know, and I don't know if this was mean for me to do it, but I made my son some brownies, and usually, you lick the bowl, and I didn't lick the bowl, you know. I was so happy, you know, but just not going that extra step of my wants. I said, no, you're fine. Look at you. You're functioning on this food. You don't need to do that. And I didn't. But so that was a big win this week because it's like the period brain just like, but I've got it under lock and key right now. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love it. And I love what you're saying too. Like it's not about like if I reframe what you said, like it's not about can't. And this is what I like about this. Like it's not about restricting. Like you, Barb, can do anything you want to do, but it's about the choices that you make and it reframes back to what you said in the beginning. And so we all have choices and it's looking at it like, I mean, I can. but do I want to? And then like, why would I want to? And what would happen if I did? And like, because a lot of times, like you just said, like you were like, holy shit, you step back, I didn't lick the bowl. Like this doesn't sound like a big deal. And licking the bowl probably would not have killed you. Well, you know it wouldn't have killed you, but I know what was going on in your mind. It was the fact of like that little voice chattering in your head and being able to say, like, no, like, why would you want to do that? Like, 2 weeks later you might lick the bowl, but like I get what you're saying, and that's like as if you're like reading between the lines of what she's saying. It's just like really, it's like showing herself like I know I have a choice to do this, and that's kind of cool. And that's what this is, guys. It's not about restrictions. It's about choices. Could Barb have licked the bowl and nothing would have happened to her? Of course. She'd have been fine. But it was about her going, you know what? Aunt Flo, you don't have control over me. I've got control over you, you bitch. Right? And by the way, so when she messaged me like about, the chips and stuff like that, I was just telling her like, no, you don't want to shut the monkey mind down. Tell the monkey mind, no, I don't want this. And then what did I share with you? I said, go buy, slice up some cucumbers, get some salt and pepper, stick it on there, dip it in some salsa, and now that's going to solve the monkey mind. The monkey mind's going to go, oh, I'm crunching on something and I'm getting salsa. Yay me. Because literally, that's really all it is. It's the monkey mind going, yeah, you need this. Love it. Well done, babe. All right. Ooh, I see Rachel on here. Hello, Rachel. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Look at you getting your
Yeah, I'm the walking
accepted
pad.
on your walk-in pad. How you doing? I haven't looked at your check-in yet, but I did see like you checked in. I didn't start check-ins today yet. How you doing, babe?
Good, good,
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
good.
meal plan's been good. So I've
Made it to the
appreciated
Super
it.
Bowl and all of the things.
Yeah. Once again, I had a Galentine's
Oh, did
night, so
you?
that went off on that one. But tried to stay with it. I got like protein,
Mm-hmm.
vegetable, tried to stay within the rules.
No
Um,
rules, guys.
or guide. But yeah, I felt good. It feels
Good.
good.
Yeah, that's good. And you know what? That's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. That's another thing that helps too, right? When you have like an idea of things, like you went out and you're like, okay, now, and like guys, learn to use that as you like work through the system. Like Rachel just talked about, she went out to Galentine's Day. And now like you can literally like look at a menu and go, well, this is ideally what I like is in my structure today. Like, this was the guide. So it's easier to order off the menu, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can figure things. And then, you just really gotta ask a few questions about like what they cook shit. By the way, guys, if you don't know this hot tip, if I have never shared this with you, this is the best tip ever. When you go out to a restaurant, you can use this a lot. You can use this when traveling. But when Rachel, you just reminded me of it, restaurants. When you go to a restaurant and you want to ask for like how they season the food or like, could you not cook that in butter or could you just do this? Like, because they put a lot of shit on our food in a restaurant that maybe we don't necessarily need. Just let them know that you have dietary restrictions. Don't say like, just don't ask for that or say like, I'm following a nutrition plan or I'm trying to eat healthy. Just say I have dietary restrictions and I was curious, like, like, could you cook this like without butter or whatever or on a separate grill? Because they don't know what your dietary restriction is. You could have an allergy and so they will totally do it where otherwise they might go, I don't care. Like, because they literally can do whatever they want in the kitchen, right? But if you tell them you have a dietary restriction, they will abide by whatever you request because your dietary restriction could be an allergy. Helpful? It's my little trick when I'm asking for things. I use that one a lot. Good stuff. All right, Lieutenant. Are you traveling? You're not driving today, are you?
I have been driving because
You are
I can't
driving.
park downtown anymore without paying. And for whatever reason in Las Vegas downtown, they don't allow you to pay by phone. You have to be at the box to pay. So
Oh.
I can't be in two places at one time. So I've had to drive. It's just more stress for me. Yeah. But I was able to meet one of my goals on my vision board. And you know how
Yeah.
it's been a real struggle with me and my pal fitness. We don't really, well, we didn't get along, but we do now. We do now. Yeah. So Jen, she's such a gem. I don't know how she did it, but I was able to print the instructions and go like line by line for it. And so I finally got everything logged in, and now all I have to do is just go click and add it. So finally.
Damn. That
Yeah.
is like woohoo!
I
We
know.
did it. That is definitely.
She said, I'm so proud of you. And I'm like,
I
I'm
know.
proud of myself because, and I was able to do it. I was in a conference at the Paris Hotel all this week. And so I was able to do it because some of the stuff they were talking was just nonsense.
Right.
So I'm sitting there reading along the instructions, putting in my meal plan. And I'm like, look at this. All righty then. Yeah, I got it. So I'm
I
feeling
love
real
it.
good about that right now.
It's
So
so
yeah.
much easier now, isn't it?
It is. It is. But because before I was trying to type it in every time and I just didn't have time. But now it's already in and I did it and I'm good and I'm happy. I'm damn excited. Yeah, because that's like a milestone for me,
It
you know.
is. It is huge. It's going to be so
I know.
awesome for you. I love it. I'm so happy for you. Now, like you can,
Thank you.
when you swap things out, it's going to be easier for you. Yeah, so much
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Good
And I didn't want her to
stuff.
be getting in trouble because with what I wasn't doing. That was the other motivating thing. It's like she's such a sweetheart. Yeah. So
Good. I'm
yeah.
glad you did that. That's super exciting. You just made my day.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome. Proud of you, babe. All
Thank you.
right. Well, now we're cooking with gas with you.
Yes, finally.
Awesome. Who else has got to share for me? Who else has got to share? Rachel shared. Louisa, how you doing? She's hiding behind the camera. Can you talk? Carrie?
Hi, yes, I can
Hi.
talk. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is iffy right here. I'm walking, so yeah, I'm doing good. Just kind of overwhelmed this week. A lot's happened with work and so I'm just trying to write everything down and put everything into the FitPal with the sample meal. So I'm excited about that because I like all the sample meals and sound tasty. So I'm excited to put them in and start that. So yeah, I love my
Sweet.
fitness pal. It's like the best thing ever. Because I went onto a restaurant and I totally followed the macros and I was very excited because I got to eat something that I liked, but it wasn't a lot of fat. So
Oh.
super, super fun. And my husband's like, well, I want that fitness pal. I'm like, well, yeah, let's get it together. We can just so
Yes, that's exactly how it's supposed to work. Well done, girl. Well done. Well done. That's exactly where you're supposed to be. Oh, my freaking notifications are going off. Damn it. Eat food, go to the gym, get your check-ins done. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Carrie, how you doing, babe?
I'm good. We're sharing wins.
Yeah, share whatever you
Okay.
like.
Um, so I just for fun, I like tried on my daughter's prom dress that she that she's gonna wear, and it fit. It was a little snug, but it fit. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So I was
That is
like
cool.
flexing. I was flexing, and then my other daughter, who's in college, she's like, "Let me take a picture of your back and send it to my boyfriend. He's gonna be so impressed." So I flexed, and she sent a picture. But anyway, so that was kind of cool.
That's hilarious. I love it. I want a picture of you in your daughter's prom dress.
I'll get that to you.
That's awesome. I love it. Were you flexing in your daughter's prom dress?
Yeah, I was flexing in the prom dress front and back, and I was because it was backless, so I was like, show it. So then that's when my daughter was like, oh, "I'm gonna send this to my boyfriend. He's got to check out your back." It's
That is
funny.
a definite win. Your daughter is sending pictures of her mom in her prom dress flexing. It's awesome. I love it. That's a win for the record books.
It was fun.
Okay. Rita, how you doing, babe? I don't think she's cooking. You need help? No.
No, I got it. It just takes a while sometimes on the phone. All is good. I mean, just I'm getting my lunch ready for the day and then breakfast and start my figuring. I've been on my Fitness Pal for a while, and so I think on my check-in I put for you just please make sure I'm staying on track because I'm going to be um messing around a little bit,
Mhm.
changing things out. I understand how to use it and the macros and that. I just overeat is my problem. And I like sweets.
Yeah,
So
no.
I have to stay away from that. Last week was a little bit difficult with just Halloween, Valentine's. Hopefully, all the holidays are over now. So um, no more. But all is good. I mean, just it's all about mindset, like you said. And I always need to wrap my head around that because I start off strong and then I fall apart. And then I start off strong again and I fall apart. So it's
And
all
you,
mindset for me.
but you're funny because you're so much harder on yourself than the reality is. Like you are like you got down, you maintain, I think for you, like you just, I think you beat yourself up over the sweet thing, but I think what you need to learn to do as you're playing with My Fitness Pal is put it in, Rita. Like, look at it. What does it do? Now factor it into the rest of your day. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're out eating a dozen donuts. Like, you're this little chocolate girl. So when you put chocolate candy in, it's not the end of the world, but like learn to put it in along with the rest of the nutrition, because when you visually see it, then you're like, oh, okay, well, this is what's going on here. And, then you make adjustments in other places. I would be
Yeah.
more concerned about you if you were, going face first into a bag of chocolate, but like literally, girl, you have like a piece or two. But I
Yeah.
understand too that you're also trying to get control of the emotional thing too. I get it.
Yeah. It's a lot of the emotional. I don't know. I never thought I had that emotional issue, but it's I've always known I can eat clean and through this whole program over the years, seeing the foods, I pretty much eat like that, but it was just an overabundance. And then sometimes I'd make poor choices. And yeah, I don't know, but I do realize where I am and what I do. And I'm just going to, this week I told myself I'm going to be stronger and I'm going to get there. I know I am hard on myself,
You
but
are.
I see a vision and I'm still not at my vision mentally. So I'm just working on it.
Well, you've done really well. By
Thank
the
you.
way, because I'm talking to Rita, where are my teachers in the house? Raise your hand. Where are my teachers? All right. So everybody, Lisa is new. I don't know where she is on the app, but she's right here to my right. So Lisa, she says Robert's iPad. This is her awareness week. Teachers that have been in here, and I would love you all to come off and share a little like insight with her, because like she's a teacher as well. You guys have been doing this for a while. What are some of your tips in a classroom? Like getting your water in, your snacks, your nutrition, all of the things. Hot tips for her. We have a lot of teachers, Lisa. There happens to be two on this call. None of them are going to come off and mute and share. So apparently I have to unmute them because Jen is a teacher. Sarah? There you go, Rita.
I was just going to let Jen talk because she's probably could speak better
She's
about it
driving.
with her timing. But alarms for food, I have to set alarms for my meals, or else sometimes like I'll go over and just as long as I have like a shake and like a rice cake or almonds, something easy for a snack, I'll eat in front of my kids. And that's what I do. As long as it's an easy snack to eat, I have no problem. But yeah, definitely setting my alarms. And whenever I have 5 minutes, I run to the restroom so I can keep drinking water. So those are my two things.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Where is she? I
She's
can't see
right
her.
here.
Oh,
Later.
hi. Yes, I have my water alarms that go off and the kids are all like, it's time to drink the water, and we kind of like cheers and we just drink water. And that's just, they already know, like, we got to stay hydrated. It's good for our bodies. And then I'm always eating something like in between classes or class periods or something. They're always asking me, what do you have today? Is that oatmeal? Or, I'm drinking my protein shake. Like Rita said, just having like easy snacky foods that you can just eat on the go. We have some nurses in here too, and it's the same thing with them because they work 12, 14-hour days. And so it's just all about, making sure that you're taking care of yourself in order to take care of others. And, you just make it work. Like nobody's going to judge you or anything like that. So,
I love how you make it a game with your kids, though. Actually, Jen, I don't know if you do it anymore because you switch classrooms. You used to be, I think, in like a middle school. Now you do your math, but she used to get her kids out doing pull-ups. Like, I love how you make games out of everything.
yes, yes. When I was in elementary, we had recess, and I would have recess duty. I'd be like, "Come on, let's see how many push-ups we could do. Let's see how many pull-ups we could do," and I'd show them how to do it. And then they'd come to me and they would say, "Look, look, I could do it! I could do it!" And I would be like, "Right on, let's do three now." It's fun. Yes,
Love
that's
it.
like,
Love
yeah,
it. Ladies, thank you for sharing. Sharing
yeah.
and sharing. That is awesome. All right. Well, if nobody else has any hot items, and I will say, have a freaking fantastic day and go crush your goals. Shannon, you can stay on a call with me.
Yes, have a great day, Lieutenant. So proud of you, girl.
Bye, ladies. Have an
Bye.
amazing
Bye.
day. All right, I gotta stop this recording.